curb there. About went off the curb, I mean. Well, it is officially starting to get cold. It is 63 degrees out currently, cloudy, maybe a touch of sun, I can't really tell. It's bright enough for me to put my sun visor down, but it's mostly cloudy. But yeah, it's getting cold out, guys. I'm wearing a long sleeve and a sweatshirt, and then, you know, long pants, long socks, and boy, I'm still a little bit chilly right now, I gotta be honest with you. We had our windows open last night at the crib though, so it was kind of woke up being cold, you know. They're painting all these lines around this area, so they're having to cone off a bunch of spots for a couple hours each day. Yeah, it's getting cold, so I wanted to kind of talk about my plans for this riding, this end of riding season period. I know I hadn't made a YouTube channel quite yet, but last season I was riding last season, and I rode pretty late into the year. So I kind of want to like talk about my plans. What the? They just got a truck driving. And anyways, that's that's a sidewalk, by the way. It's a walk path, and that truck is like hauling ass on it. Anyways, I wanted to talk. My plan is to ride into the season as late as I can. Okay, and what I mean by that is I'm basically going to be riding every single day that the weather calls for me being able to. Right? So I'd mentioned before that I basically only ride above 32 degrees, which I'm going to stick by and actually be a little bit more strict on this year than I was last year because of my close call in freezing rain. But I plan on riding as late as I can, up until, you know, snow's hitting the ground, or, you know, it's negative 10 degrees out. But I hope for it to be a you know, mild winter, and I can, you know, ride like maybe through early December, maybe into, you know, towards Christmas, if it's still like around, you know, 30 degrees or so. But usually in January, February, I'm not going to be riding pretty much at all. That's because those are the months here in Iowa where it's just like basically always like below freezing 24/7, you know. And so I don't even like bother with trying to ride then. In all reality, what I try to do is when it gets like a pretty warm day out, I try to see if I can even go start my motorcycle, because I had a period last winter where it was like my bike was just so cold. Even I keep it in the garage, but it was just so cold it wouldn't even start, which from what I could tell reading up on it is not abnormal. So yeah, that's basically the extent of what I do with my motorcycle in the winter. But yeah, I do plan on riding up until it's either snowfall or you know, below 32 degrees. Obviously I'm not going to ride when there's snow on the ground, even if it is above 32 degrees. That's just kind of a silly thing to do, in my opinion, asking for trouble. So with this all being said, I continue to plan making content, making videos. They may be restricted a little bit because I won't be going out for joy rides as much, because the rides are a little bit less comfortable, have to gear up a bit more and, you know, bundle up so I can stay warm while I'm riding the bike. But I do still plan on recording, of course.